WeeaBoots, rise from your grave! Hello and welcome to another episode of the WeeaBoots podcast, the anime review podcast from GigaBoots.com. I'm your host, Dan Video Games, and with me is Jay from HailZeon.com.
Holy shit, we're still doing this podcast?
Yeah, we are, apparently, and Bob.
Hey.
Bob, do you do
GigaBoots.
any... GigaBoots.
Again.
I
don't know how you missed that.
I feel so outnumbered.
Weird. So in any case, we are here today to review One Punch Man.
Yes.
It's a TV series and an anime.
Yes. What a guy who punches once.
Once.
That's all he needs.
Per episode, kind of, but...
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of, sort of. But yeah, so we're here to review this. It has been quite the break.
Yeah.
5 months?
I don't know. I stopped keeping track. Like, this is your job, not mine.
Oh, yeah. You're supposed to mull over numbers and time, and I'm like, I already do enough of that. Thank you.
All I have to say is, like, you call me and you're like, hey, go watch this anime. All right, how many episodes? This many episodes. Gotcha.
Got it.
Then you go back to sleep and proceed to not watch it.
Like, oh, come on. I'm not Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Also, he texts me back. More evidence that he's not Jeff. But, hey, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the end of the last episode, episode 13, we sort of, like, led into Ninja Slayer and maybe another anime pretty hard. We recorded that. But you people are never getting it. Because it's still, like, if it exists, it's on a backup of an SD card somewhere, and it's named Mono and then a number. So I'm never going to find it.
Right.
None of our WeeaBoots recordings before now starts with...
WeeaBoots?
No, WeeaBoots.
WeeaBoots.
Yeah, it's boats for WeeaBoots.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, guys. I have a demo. Here's the demographic. WeeaBoots who need scooters. But in any case... yeah, I'm not even gonna look for it. You're never getting our review of Ninja Slayer.
Well, you just stumble on it.
Well, then what? I'm gonna upload episode 13B?
Yes.
At just some future date?
Yeah, you never know what happens. Future Dan might be drunk one day, stumble across that audio and go, this is a good idea. I'm gonna put this on the internet.
Drunk Dan makes many executive decisions, apparently. But yeah, in any case, the audio may sound a little bit better than episode 13 because Dan learned a bit more about audio stuff since episode 13, and we got this nice sound filter thing.
Let's be honest, nobody really cares about audio.
Sure they do. I know when I'm listening
if you actually care about audio, comment below that you care about the audio and that if it actually sounds better to you.
One of you fuckers do it. Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and man, when they do some fucked up settings, it is instantly apparent. Like, I can tell when our quick plays are from before I learned that trick for good audio for WeeaBoots, which isn't fucked up that I learned that audio trick for WeeaBoots, and I'm like, cool. And then we did 2 more episodes, and in any case, yeah, when I hear a quick play from back when we used Sony Vegas for that shit,
All right, so
that shit hurts.
So. Relevant to animes that we reviewed before on WeeaBoots. Sentai Filmworks.
Oh, okay. ADV lives again.
Yeah, like
they're wandering through the streets eating people.
The multi-company thing that forms like a Voltron company that was once ADV.
So Zombie Voltron ADV.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
They announced some animes that they put out they have coming out soon, and 2 of them are ones that we've reviewed.
Oh, what are they?
Akame ga Kill.
Okay.
Of course, it's getting a Blu-ray. And Shirobako. Hey, Dan, guess which one of these doesn't have a dub?
You motherfucker. There's...
Of course not.
Yeah. The one that would just...
That really needs a dub the most?
That would just be... I honestly think that anime would be a fucking classic if they gave it a dub.
Yeah, honestly, it's Sentai, so that a lot of times what they'll do is they'll test the waters without a dub, and then they'll be like, okay, this actually does have a market. Here's a dub.
So wait, they sell it twice, is what you're saying?
Yes, but they do have like a trade-in thing where you spend like $20 more, and you trade in like your old set. And,
That's honestly really cool.
Yeah.
But man, I don't want to buy that thing on Blu-ray without a dub.
honestly, I'm tempted to, but
How much is it? Do you know?
Oh, it's
Have they
like
announced?
I think when it's on sale, it's like 40.
That's for 13 episodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's middle of the road.
Yeah, it's not
pricing,
like it's one of those
That's-
crazy ones like freaking Kill la Kill got.
right? Where it's like $50 Blu-ray. Jesus Christ, what is this? 2003, and Blu-rays existed in the past.
Whoa. But yeah, fucking A. That $40 is an
Yeah, I knew
alright
that was gonna
price.
break. I knew that was gonna break your fucking heart, though.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Okay, well, there are no strong characters in Shirobako that I'm going to have as many opinions about as Watamote. Because when they just, here's a clip of our dub, I'm like, what?
Right.
In any case, so maybe I'll look into that. Shirobako was really good.
It was
Just
really good.
really needed a dub.
It really did.
You fuckers.
Yeah, you fuckers.
God damn it.
So don't you like watching things with the pause button on?
No.
Like on the go?
I don't-
Ready?
Are they making a companion app for iPad so I can keep track of who does what in this organization? That would be good. That would be
Yeah,
something.
that'd be fantastic.
Here's a fucking flow chart.
Is that your second screen experience?
Yes, I need my second screen experience.
You know, honestly, you just go the analog approach. Just have like a set of flashcards with like the characters' faces and their names. You just
There
go
you
in
go.
their, in their profession that they do in this company. And
I
you're
like it. And I'm just training to watch this fucking 13 episode anime. It's kind of depressing that it's only 13.
Actually, I think it's 26.
Oh.
But it's like half season sets because you have 13 as the
Oh, okay.
standard.
Yeah. Okay. At least that anime got...
Yeah, I hear it actually gets a lot better from where we left off,
Which
too.
is weird because I already this could be a fucking classic anime. I just need it in my language.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where because I think what the appeal of that show was just it's a slice of life, but it's like a really hectic, just goddamn fuck this job slice of life.
Right, and it's about the industry that the medium is created in,
Right.
so it's, of course, at some level, has an appeal to anyone who watches anime.
Yeah, like it's extremely educational, apparently really accurate to how just fucked up the anime industry can be sometimes.
Which is amazing. Japan gave us two things, the anime industry and the game industry, and, man, those are both fucked.
and people keep killing themselves in both.
Weird.
Whew. Like, how many Japanese businessmen throw themselves off of buildings per year?
I can say a sentence like Japan gave us the video game industry because this is our anime podcast. If this was our gaming podcast, I would be crucified in the comments.
Yeah, because let's be honest, they may have kind of given us a game industry. The Western market just kind of took off with it, and Japan was just kind of sitting there with their stones and sticks and just
Yeah.
what do we do with these things? How do we make games?
And then they made Metal Gear Solid 5, and it's just like this. And they're like, but that cost $70 million. And we're like, yeah, games are expensive. Fucking shut up and do it.
Honestly, Metal Gear Solid was a very polished game.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Metal Gear Solid I wanted. But
No, it was kind of the fallout of Metal Gear Solid with the here's your huge open world and a bunch of characters.
Yeah.
But in any case, this
we're
is our
supposed-
game review.
Yeah, I'm going to say, we're supposed to be talking about One Punch Man. So I guess we should
Are there any
probably-
other loose ends from past episodes of WeeaBoots we want to catch up on? I mean, it's been a 5-month jump. What animes have you been watching? Jay from HailZeon.com, which you can find on YouTube via HailZeon. Concatenated, no space, thank you.
Dragon Ball Super mostly. And One Punch Man. There's a couple of random ones that I've just watched here and there, like the Monogatari series.
I hear you've been doing Dragon Ball Super reviews on your
Yes.
YouTube channel?
Every single episode, I go through and deconstruct every single episode.
Okay.
I'm anywhere from extremely hateful to extremely positive and everywhere in between.
Because it's Dragon Ball, and it does that to you.
Yeah, it's just like some episodes are fantastic, and I'm like, wow, yeah, this is what reminds me of why I like Dragon Ball. And then like other episodes make me wonder, why the fuck do I like Dragon Ball?
I'm the hugest idiot I know. I saw that Facebook post you made earlier today where you shared a memory from like what was it, a year or two ago?
It was like from like 2012 when they first announced or showed off like the Battle of Gods poster, and it was just me being all excited. I was just like, see, there was a time where I was actually excited about new Dragon Ball content announcements.
Yeah,
that was a thing. I haven't always been an angry fucking curmudgeon that pisses on everyone's parades.
I feel like, and I don't know how this goes for the majority of the DBZ fan base or people who even just watch DBZ and would never call themselves the DBZ fan base, but after the Cell Saga, you really just, the amount of excitement you had for more Dragon Ball just petered off, and I'm like, man, this Boo shit's kind of, what is this?
Yeah, but like, what I noticed, like a lot of people, like when they pick like favorite arcs, oddly enough, the Boo arc does get lumped in with a lot of people. Like it's either like a lot of people go for like the artificial human arc, the whole like Cell games and everything, and then like either after that it's either Frieza or Majin Buu. Like those seem to be like the three arcs that everyone gravitates towards. No one picks the Saiyan arc. Nobody picks anything from like GT, and no one picks anything from Dragon Ball.
Right.
Like, or if they do, it's like the real small minority, like myself.
Right.
Because fuck you guys, Dragon Ball was better than Z.
So, Bob,
what's up?
What anime have you been watching?
I'm really too tired right now to be able to remember any of them.
One Punch Man?
Yeah.
I've been watching One Punch Man.
In Gundam this season, that's pretty much the only other one I'm watching, like, recently. I guess Food Wars wrapped up. We were still doing reviews back when that started, but that show went on for a good bit longer.
I was surprised that series just kept on trucking. Like, I was waiting for it to end, and I was just going to marathon. I'm like, this show's still fucking going.
It's so annoying, because they ended in the middle of a tournament arc.
Oh, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Cardinal sin of anime right there.
Like they just couldn't have like Meister Kurosaki show up at like in the last episode and be like, okay, I'm the final opponent.
Right, I'm gonna go Super Saiyan. Cook for
me. But yeah, I assume it's gonna get renewed because that seems like showing.
If you're playing the WeeaBoots drinking game at home, yes, take a shot. We referenced Yakitate Japan. Continue.
What else happened? Were there any other really notable ones in between? I feel like there was at least one last season. It's on the tip of my tongue.
While you figure that out, I'm just really glad that we're distanced enough from that food anime that was about skinny bitches eating a lot of food that no one's gonna make nonstop references to that.
Here Dan is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just really glad that we moved on, gentlemen.
Yeah,
what the fuck was the name of that?
Whatever.
I have an
Girl Graffiti.
There we go. I just remember the name didn't make a whole lot of sense because there was no graffiti.
There were plenty of graffiti in there.
Or like Gourmet Graffiti Girls or some shit like that. Yeah, it was those three words in some order. In some
order that doesn't make sense. Bob is now looking through his Crunchyroll app on his iPhone.
Oh my god.
Bob has an iPhone now. That's different from last time.
Yeah, Bob's all future.
What was...
Man, machine. Future.
Oh yeah, Gate was pretty good.
Is that like Steins Gate?
No, it's not.
Oh, but that was last season, right?
No,
that's this season. I mean, I'm saying 12
this
videos.
Is last season. Yeah, this is last season. Okay. So last season had that and more non Biori, which I liked.
Can I go back to get a reading on that? One moment.
Where'd it go? There it is.
Non Biori. Okay.
And
no. No.
Oh right, and I'm still waiting on the final episode of Waganari or Working.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They actually did the whole season last season, and it was the final season. But then they didn't do the last episode, and they're going to do like an hour-long special sometime next month, I think.
Cool.
I see. Has anyone been watching Case Closed since Crunchyroll picked it up?
I have not touched a single episode because I don't feel like jumping balls deep into Case Closed.
Yeah, if I'm going to go that far, and like, the thought of just starting at a random point just is upsetting to me.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Because like,
fuck.
Because like, even knowing like
just a reminder for people who are new, I own all of the Case Closed that came over, except for.
No, you have it all.
Okay, the Lupin Conan movie.
I'm sorry, you're counting that as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that just came out.
That's what I thought.
I don't even have that yet, which is weird.
I asked Bob. He wasn't sure. I'm not either. Is that the one we watched that was bad?
Both of them came out. The special and the movie.
They like bundled them?
No, they released them separately, but they did both come out in the States.
Okay. Well, I guess I gotta buy those.
Because the movie is a sequel to the special.
Yes,
which is weird because it's Lupin versus Conan, or Detective Conan, the special, and then there's Lupin versus Conan, the movie. And it's just the exact same title. So one's called the movie and one's called the special.
Great, brilliant.
Yeah, thanks, Japan.
So yeah, I guess I have to buy that because I love Lupin and
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I own all of Conan.
That's the other thing.
Don't want to disappoint myself by not owning all.
Yeah,
of Conan.
and like honestly, like if you don't buy it, like you kind of want to make sure you help boost those sales, so that way you'll get more.
But isn't it the people who own the Lupin who bring over the Lupin a lot of the time?
Discotheque, yes.
Yeah, Discotheque. So like Funimation's not going to get sales figures on that most likely.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah,
so like if anyone picks it back up, it's probably going to be Discotheque, and
they can't hire Jerry Jewell. So my amount of giving a shit really plummets after that fact.
Because I mean, the mere fact that it's called Lupin versus Detective Conan and not like Lupin versus Case Closed or something,
right? Okay. Man, I can't remember the name of the creator of Case Closed. Like, just like the execs over in Japan who created the anime, who are like, no, you need to make this like it's in America, are the biggest dipshits. Yeah. They fucking ruined that show, if you ask me. Yeah. 'Cause every episode's hey, here in Baker Street, which is in New York. Oh,
yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, that was.
And some of the movies really crank it into overdrive. Of we took a trip to Japan. I don't. Yeah. Oh my god.
They did a lot of dumb shit. Like
they did like. So we're talking about anime cardinal sins. I feel like that's one of them. Like ending in the tournament arc and pretending you're somewhere where you're clearly not.
Like I don't mind if it's like a kids anime and you're marketing it to kids, but whenever it's you're supposed to be like marketing to an adult audience, Otaku want
Case Closed was totally for kids. I mean, it just had so much blood and murder,
right? Yep.
Have we figured out the cause of murder? Well, I'm pretty sure it's a knife in his back, sir. Well, yeah, okay, so One Punch Man. I guess we should probably talk about...
Maybe we go through the list of stuff.
Okay, Bob. Bring up the list of stuff.
As it might also be known as. I have not pulled that up on my phone because you guys sprung it on me. Oh, I guess I can hold Bob's drops.
Oh, my God. 2 days in a row.
Hey, I'm just saying, that phone was between us when I got up. That was equally your thigh that might have knocked it off. You might have also stood up. You ever think of that? You should have cradled it with your dick. In any case, the original creator is one, N-O-E, all caps. That's the story. And apparently this is the only thing made by that thing.
But yeah, it started out as a webcomic. And then got turned into a Shonen Jump manga.
Yeah, it fucking looks like it started as a webcomic.
But back when it was just a comic, it was just done by one there. It didn't have the other artists there.
Right, okay. So the artist is Yusuke Murata. In any case, that's the artist. And Eyeshield 21 is another work by...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and honestly, like, that series looks really damn good. So, that kind of makes me want to check out the manga now.
Animation production was done by Madhouse, Ninja Scroll, Trigun, Hunter x Hunter, and
if you don't know who the fuck Madhouse is, get the fuck off this podcast.
Hey man, they might be here to learn.
There you go.
Fuck you. You don't come here to learn.
No one gets to be as cool as me. I'm gonna shit on you. In any case, the director is Shingo Natsume, Space Dandy Horisan to Miyamura-kun.
Yeah, now I've never seen that one. Of course, I've seen Space Dandy.
You haven't seen Hori and Miyamura? It's such a classic. It's an OVA, apparently. Or an OAV, or a VOA, or a VAO.
It's all of them and none of them at the same time.
Okay. Should I do the synopsis of the show, or do you want to get that, Jay?
Okay. Synopsis for the show. He is a shonen action hero. He's a superhero as a hobby. And that really seems to be the only thing he does. And he is so ridiculously powerful that he kicks the shit out of everyone with a single punch. In fact, it's to the point where he is bored with fighting crime because it's just not exciting anymore.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the very first villain is like this embodiment of like Earth rebelling against humanity for treating Earth like shit. And he's just like, I'm going to wipe out humanity, blah, 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 to save the Earth. And he just one punch splatters it. And like this is like a thing that's leveling cities. It's so ridiculously OP. He just splatters it in one punch. And this guy might be the most OP anime character ever. Like I'm pretty sure he might be able to just punch Goku's fucking head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Probably.
And it feels like he's fighting basically Ultraman villains, I would say.
Yeah.
And then he just is here like full DBZ power level.
Yeah. Yeah, like he's just straight up like fighting kaiju and
crazy almost Attack on Titan, but even huger versions.
Yeah.
Like, it's just fucking hilarious.
And like fucking Sentai monsters and shit. And he just splatters them in one hit and just walks the fuck off like nothing happened.
Yeah, so what I like about the series, which is clearly a comedy, like it's a comedy shonen, I guess you can call it that.
Yeah.
Is every villain has a fucking deep-ass backstory.
Yeah.
They just, every time, like the first episode, that abomination created by the Earth that erupts from the ground just goes on this fucking proselytizing rant about fucking how humans are a scourge and they're ruining the Earth and he's here to, and the hero's just like, oh my god, shut up. And he's like, who are you? Who the fuck are you to stand in my way? And the main character's like, I'm a hero for fun.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you think you, a hero for fun, can fucking stop me? I'm the epitome of Earth's rage and all of humanity's atrocities. And it just gets even more intense and like burly and fucked up and powered up.
Ridiculously well drawn too. Yeah. Like, there's so many lines on the
this
giant
hulking behemoth creature. And then he's just like, it explodes him.
Yeah, just
pops him like a fucking zit.
Yeah.
Like this. Oh, it's so good.
And yeah, like you said, like every single fucking villain has this big, deep, intricate backstory. They keep getting more elaborate too.
Yeah. Fucking there's an episode that's just about some punks who stole an experimental armor.
Yeah.
And they have like this deep tapping into the time sort of like, we can't afford to pay to feed the poor and blah blah blah, so people should blah blah blah, and then it just keeps going on this rant. And he's like, dude, I don't care, you're just making me look bad.
Yeah,
because people think I'm a part of your gang because you're
they're
all bald.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like this guy apparently trained. Like his whole fucking the main character's backstory is
retarded.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, it is fantastic because he wanted to be a superhero after killing a monster, so he trains for 3 years. And his training consisted of like 100 squats, 100 push-ups, 100 everything.
Running 10 kilometers.
Yeah, running 10 kilometers. Like every day for 3 years straight, and that was it. He had no other special training or anything, and just people are like, "What the fuck? That's how you became so ridiculously godly powerful? That's like regular training shit.
That's not even impressively above average."
Yeah. Like, people think he's a fucking liar, and it's, like, you can tell by the straight look on his face that he's serious. Like, that's all he did. And apparently, he trained so hard that he goes bald.
Right. Which also is, like, loopy and makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we continue, I just want to go into, so the task was to watch 4 episodes of this anime, but we let people watch more if they want to. Last time I did that, I watched a lot of Punchline, and I had to tread on, I had to tread carefully to not spoil things. But you two, I watched 4. You two watched
6.
And Bob,
is it up to
7?
6?
I mean, it's at least up to 6.
Yeah, it's up to 6.
Okay, yeah, I watched 6.
Okay. What were you going to say, Bob?
Was Bob going to say something?
You were starting to say a thing, and I said real quick before.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, so hey, Jay.
Hey, Dan.
What's up?
One Punch Man is a pretty cool anime.
I was going to say we should probably introduce the other main characters who survive an episode, which I think Genos is the most important. He's
Genos is basically, he's Saitama, Saitama being the main character. Genos is his disciple. Like, he sees him completely splatter this one monster in one hit, this monster that was really fucking him up, and he's a cyborg dude who's a total badass, but then he sees Saitama, he's like, be my sensei, teach me your ways. And
Saitama doesn't want to have any of that shit.
Yeah, he doesn't want any of that shit. He's just like, dude, go away, leave me alone. He keeps trying to make excuses, and he just will not leave him alone. He has nothing really to teach him. and he's just hoping that like if he sticks around with him long enough, he'll learn from him. And once again, he has a big, elaborate, really tragic backstory that Saitama couldn't give a flying fuck about.
Yep.
He eventually just cuts him off to go, stop, okay? Tell me in 10 words or less.
Yeah, or 20.
20 words or less.
He like interrupts he's interrupted at least 3 backstories with, this says nothing. What the fuck does this have to do with me? Summarize in 20 words or less.
Yeah.
And then it's great because like since Genos thinks he's like he is the disciple of Saitama. Like, he truly believes that. He starts interrupting people. He's like, my master is a busy man. Yes. Summarize in 20 words or less. And it's like, no, he just doesn't give a fuck. Like,
yeah.
He's got nothing going on.
Hey, he has to get to sales at supermarkets.
That's true.
Like, what is it like? Because they do it really subtly that Saitama's getting really bored with Genos' backstory because he keeps going on about his backstory. You see him just sitting there like a back view of him and his leg is just shaking. He's just like, you can tell he's just like, God, dude, just shut the fuck up already.
Yep. And it's like, they take the time to really drill that joke in because it's like 4 minutes straight of this dude's tragic backstory to just be concluded with, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And then there's like this cyborg gorilla that's telling like this one dude's who like has like what's that, the School of Evolution,
the House of Evolution.
Yeah, the House of Evolution, and he's always doing this huge, elaborate, really
backstory for the head scientist and all these things, and how
his backstory is really fucking interesting. If it were any other anime,
yep.
He's just like so fucking bored once again. It's just.
And he's like,
it is just this fantastic writing that everyone has these really elaborate backstories
and deep meaning to what they're doing.
Yeah, like everyone
except
has
for
these,
our main character.
Yeah, like everyone has these really complex characters, and they're really nuanced and layered, like more so than your average shonen action series, which is hilarious. And the fact that it just doesn't fucking matter in the long run. Like this series has no deep message that is trying to get across. In fact, like the deep message of the series is like, man, deep messages ain't worth shit. Let's just punch another dude.
Or check this out. The deep message of the series is no matter how much you need something and how much you try at it, there's going to be some guy who just has it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't give a fuck about having it.
Yeah. There you go.
That's a fucking message.
Right? Man, that's a really dark interpretation.
Yeah, it is.
On like a human level.
I mean, fucking episode 4 is about those people who are like, we can't afford to feed the homeless and all this shit. And he's like, I'ma kill you.
Yeah.
If you don't stop looking like me. And I'm like, wow, this is a fucking episode.
God. And then there's, I know. So you did put Sound of Speed Sonic, who's a ninja who gets his shit kicked in by Saitama, and now it's just like, like any ninja was, like, that ninja rival character. He's basically the Hiei or the Vegeta, where it's just like, I'm gonna kick your ass. and
yeah,
oh my God,
the main character doesn't see him as a rival at all. He's just like, dude, you did that. I just held out my arm.
Yeah. Okay, so as far as you got, Dan, did they introduce the professional heroes thing? Like people.
It is at the end of episode 4 that they start leading into that, and I'm like, this is a
bicycle hero in that one. Is that right?
Fucking Moomin Rider.
Okay,
fucking dipshit.
Yes. So when I was looking into One Punch Man, his name means licenseless rider because he doesn't have a license, which is why he rides a bicycle.
Oh my God.
Of course. I knew it had to be a joke.
Yeah, so like this guy, so Moomin Rider, which basically is like no license rider, basically. He looks like he has common rider armor and like a beanie and goggles.
And he just bikes around, tries to stop some shit, and gets the fuck beaten out of him. Like really fast.
Yeah.
Like it's not even, they had a valiant bout. No, they like punched him in the head. His head hits the ground and he starts bleeding out.
Right. But yeah, I think that hero association stuff they started introducing in episode 5 really is going to be a bigger part of the series.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like when it was leading into it with 4. Because at the end he freaks out about not being renowned.
Right. Yeah,
which matters to him.
He's apparently done more things than anyone ever.
Because he punches a thing once and it dies.
Yeah,
right.
Because like he shows up, he's like, I've destroyed I've killed more world-destroying monsters than any other superhero, and nobody knows who the fuck I am. I am fixing this. So he goes to become a professional superhero, become a licensed superhero. That's a thing. It's fantastic because most of the superheroes really suck dick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
They really like. There's a guy named Tank Top Tiger. He's just like a big muscly asshole dude, bro, in like a tiger striped tank top.
fucking yeah.
And he's like a C rank fucking superhero.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This is a great series.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It is so good. Like everything that it tries to do, it's good at. And like this is one of those shows that's been like the hype train on this series has been fucking insane, and it kind of made me not want to watch it because
the last couple times it happened, like it happened for Death Note, but the last couple times it happened, it was like Attack on Titan and
like Attack on Titan,
Sword Online.
Sword Online, I think
and
was
Attack on Titan.
And like I will say, like
you don't like, just to be clear to everyone at home, you don't like Sword Art.
Oh, I fucking hate Sword Art,
and you're not a huge fan of Attack on Titan.
I really enjoy Attack on Titan. I get exactly why Attack on Titan is popular. I do not consider it like one of the greatest animes ever, especially considering it's only one season and has no goddamn ending. So yeah, so like until I get to
Spoilers.
until I get to see where Attack on Titan is going to end up going and where it all leads up to. Because like I really like Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but the ending really fucks it up for me because like that's what I was building up to. Well, shit, now that just kind of devalues a lot of this series.
Right.
So yeah, like with with Attack on Titan, like I think it's a fantastic series so far. It can completely tank at some point. But yeah, I mean, like I still don't think it's like, oh my god, this is one of the greatest animes ever. Because to me, one of the greatest animes ever needs to have a fucking ending.
Well, yeah, you don't declare that before it's over.
Yeah, but people do.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. Death Note, nowhere near as good as the manga as far as that hype train went. I mean, as you and I can attest, we both fucking read the manga, and that anime fucking kind of butchered the tone of it.
I don't even think I gave that anime 6 episodes. Like, I watched the first few, and I'm just like, this is just a stupider fucking version of the manga. Like, a just really stupid, which is also what happened in Chobits, oddly enough, of just like, so Dan back then was not a fan of manga to anime conversions.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but with One Punch Man, like once again, kind of like with Attack on Titan, I get where the hype's coming from. It is really good. It's not like the greatest thing ever, and I wouldn't recommend seeing it over like other great series that have already ended.
Well, okay, let's go into that real quick. We're gonna dig ourselves into this. This anime is not the greatest anime. You should watch other anime. What other anime should they watch? Like if they haven't seen it, obviously. Don't just go back and watch a thing again because Jay from HailZeon.com says so.
Yeah, no. I mean, just any like really well-renowned animes,
like Sword Art Online.
I was gonna
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan is a good series. Like what has been made so far is really good.
Okay.
But Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is really well liked. And it is a well-crafted series. It's just the ending leaves a
really
lot for
fucks with you.
It's really contrived and stupid, and it's like the Hollywood ending. And I was just like, wow, guys, way to be lazy with that shit. But yeah, I mean, there are definitely like a lot of other. I mean, you can't like One Punch Man is a good anime to pick up.
Yeah, I feel like that it's probably one of the best ones this season.
Yeah, it definitely like as far as like like the 6 episodes I've seen, it is really fantastic and it's totally worth watching. Just don't go into it expecting it's going to be the greatest anime ever. Pare down your expectations to be like, yeah, you're going to go in and watch a really good, fun anime.
If I wanted to be really fucked up right now, I'd be like, okay, so on a scale of Kill la Kill to G Gundam. And you two just look at each other like, which one's on which end, Dan? Because one of us is going to be really unhappy. But yeah, in any case, you should go watch G Gundam.
Most definitely. And Kill la Kill, let's be honest.
G Gundam was the original One Punch Man.
No one it has nothing.
It totally is. Totally.
Okay,
they'll have to watch that and come back to be angry.
Okay. Honestly,
and I tricked them because they came back.
One Punch Man is nowhere near as racist as G Gundam. Nothing is as racist as far as anime goes.
It's true.
Like until
fucking Hetalia.
Hetalia isn't as racist. The English dub of Hetalia isn't as racist overall as G Gundam is, and Hetalia tries to be racist.
That's what's so glorious about G Gundam. It just it has that, and it doesn't even care about having that level of racism. It's just like, yeah, I guess I'm just this racist.
God,
in other animes, they look on and they're like, I wish I was half as racist as G Gundam.
Freaking the new Disgaea. There's a move that's actually just a G Gundam move.
Good.
Yes.
Nice.
So when are we reviewing Disgaea 5 for
WeeaBoots?
For WeeaBoots.
That's a little weird.
It's only a few hundred hours.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You guys
you have time to throw in a few hundred hours in Disgaea 5, right? Jay from HailZeon?
Let me go put a bullet in my mouth first.
This tastes awful. I guess I'll do it.
Yeah, listen, I still haven't fucking beaten Persona 3.
That takes some time.
Yeah,
it's a long
slog.
burn. Yeah,
because I think I'm like 40 hours in, and I'm still.
So you barely started.
Oh yeah, like the plot is only began at like hour 30, I think.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like about 3 as much as 4. Like, it takes them forever to actually start doing really relevant stuff.
Yeah.
They feel like because the cred of the series that they just got you, and you're gonna stick it. You're gonna stick with it.
I mean, really, Persona
is...
3 was the one that really built it up as being super popular everywhere. Like,
right, I was gonna say everywhere, but like it's not created with.
Yeah, I know, but like 2 was super far before 3, and I don't think it even got as big a following in Japan. I mean, Atlas definitely cranked things into high gear after Persona 3 was a hit.
Yeah, because like once Persona 3 hit, like it just that shit like sold like gangbusters. It was pretty fucking nuts. Like that, it became like one of the most renowned JRPGs in a long time. It's like probably since like the fucking PS1 era.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, what else do we have to say about the One Punch Mans?
A lot.
Okay.
How much does it take for him to beat monsters?
I've calculated 1 per monster so far.
Do dream monsters count?
Oh my god, that is probably some of my favorite sequences. Oh my god,
yeah, that first episode. Like, I don't want to spoil that for people, but yeah, that is.
Oh, that was the second, but
yeah,
that was glorious.
It's just one of the funniest fucking sequences. And that's the thing, like all the jokes in this series really do land very well.
There's this fucking gorilla mech who's just fucking full of swagger, just like, you're never going to get this information out of me, and just being like robot gorilla man sounding, and they're like, oh man, we're gonna find the people who made you and kick the shit out of them too, and he's like, no, you'll never do it, blah blah blah, and then he's like, my leader Beast King is just gonna fuck you up. Yeah, and the main character just walks over holding an eyeball, and he's like, you mean this? And then he's like, oh, I'm really sorry. And they're like, what was with why don't you sound like a robot anymore? And he's like, I just thought it sounded cool. Like, everything about it just so perfectly hits of like, yeah, good. Yep, that works perfectly there. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
At no moment has this thing made a joke and I went, meh.
Yeah.
Except for the sale thing. Like, the conclusion to that joke, I was like, that was pretty forecast, but...
Yeah, that was a kind of weird
whatever
one. Like, I kind of wish they hadn't have mentioned that, or if they did, like, I wish they would have mentioned it much earlier in the episode, because it was still pretty fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
And that was like the one joke I would say that didn't land was the sales joke, where I was just like, because as soon as he goes, it's Saturday or whatever, it's like, oh, yeah, I know what he's doing.
Yeah. And we can't really spoil a joke that's that transparent, so I don't feel it. Yeah,
and honestly, you know,
but that's the only one.
One bad joke
out of fucking 4 episodes I watched, and 6 you watched.
6 for me.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I would say like the episodes, God, just like every episode was just damn good. And even though that one joke didn't land, whatever, it's one joke out of an entire episode that was chock full of great fucking jokes.
Like torching an entire fucking building. That was fucking incredible. God, this fucking anime penchant. It's perfect understanding of anime shonen tropes for setting up like an episode in an arc and then just fucking it.
Right.
Like, oh no, it's the House of Evolution.
Yeah, the House of Evolution could have been an entire season of Yu Yu.
Right? Yeah. That's why it was so great.
Yeah, honestly, like this kind of reminds me of Fist of the North Star, where like Kenshiro would just walk into a building and just rip his way through everybody.
Yeah,
because it isn't a fight; it's just a fucking.
It's a slaughter.
Yeah, like he isn't a shonen hero. He's a slasher mass murderer. Like he's fucking Jason Voorhees in a fucking goofy ass shonen action anime.
Right.
He doesn't seem to kill people, though. He has only killed, so far, monsters.
Yeah,
That's
true. He has.
So he's not being like some crazy mad dog hero.
Yeah. Okay. True. He isn't as much of a monster as Kenshiro is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even though they may be sentient androids,
Yes,
and
they are
creatures.
They are very human-like.
Oh god, when they give his fucking backstory, he's fighting that crab monster that was so fucked up.
Yeah, what was that thing's name? Does anyone remember?
I don't remember at all.
No.
That was like the first episode, yeah.
Carnage.
No, you're thinking of Carnage Kabutops.
Oh, I thought you were Kabuto.
Kabuto.
Kabutops is a Pokemon.
Pokemon.
But I was thinking about that. What do you guys...
He's talking about the very first episode, the origin story, so back in time, and when he's
Oh, yeah, okay. Where it's just a giant, like, crab thing with human legs and boxed, like, underwear.
That looked like something from Zebra Man.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, like, honestly, I could have seen that thing show up in Yatterman, in all honesty. Like,
It's just
that
so fucking
weird.
stupid.
Yeah, it's just
impressive.
It just kind of hits, like, all the fucking weird shonen tropes and just kind of just punches through it and just goes, fuck it.
Yeah, I have to feel this is definitely, it is, especially from the way you guys are talking, this is probably the most easily recommended anime in all of WeeaBoots.
Yeah, this is...
Out
of everything that because, like, all the other things we've ever really, really liked that's had a kind of a niche value to it, like, if you're not into food animes or, like, that kind of structured shonen format, you're really not going to get into, like, Food Wars.
And then there was...
if you don't like, say, fan service, then that'll knock out Food Wars and Punchline.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then there was another... What was the...
if you don't like Slice of Life, Barakamon and Shirobako Monitor...
exactly.
Or just... Those are completely off the board as well. So, this is like... I think you could show this to anybody.
Yeah.
And... Plus, Jesus Christ, the fucking animation in this. We haven't even talked about that.
That's true.
Like,
real quick note before we go into animation, because I know we're just going there and not coming back.
Yeah.
This is really, like, not only expertly crafted, it is just incredibly well structured for the mainstream. Like, its format is just perfect for anyone who doesn't even have to be heavily into anime per se. Like, I have some rather scrublord anime friends who are just like, I love Naruto.
Yeah.
Like that tier. And they're like, man, have you seen One Punch Man? That shit's real good. I'm like, yeah, I know that shit's real good. I saw 10 seconds of it.
Yeah.
That is seriously what happened.
Yeah, because, like, with One Punch Man, like,
that guy was faking a robot voice. Right. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, like, this anime, though, like, as you were saying, it's really marketable. Like, you can just, whether you're, like, an old school hardcore otaku who's just been watching anime for, like, 3 fucking decades, or you're just getting into it, you can show this to someone who's never fucking seen an anime, and they'll be like, oh my god, this is fucking hilarious. I mean, they won't get, like, how it's poking fun at shonen tropes, but they will appreciate the humor and everything else because everything else is so well crafted around it because they're funny jokes on their own. They're even funnier within the context of a shonen, of, like, the knowledge of the shonen genre.
And, like, plotline jukes are always funny. Look, here's this elaborate thing we said. Who cares?
Yeah, right?
Just keep walking.
Yeah, it's just, and, just the atmosphere, the pacing, the humor, the action. Just
it's
they
very well rounded.
Yeah, it just kind of hits all those marks. Like, I mean, like, if you have someone who just hates fun and just needs everything to be super dramatic and serious, I guess that one asshole won't fucking enjoy it.
Right.
Fuck that asshole, though.
But see,
he's the niche at that point.
All the other characters are there for him.
Yeah.
So he might even just want to see what happens with Genos.
Yeah. Because everyone else is, like, super stoic shonen hero. And here's that fucking Saitama who gives 0 fucks.
Yep.
Like, everyone else feels like they came out of, like, the most serious fucking shonen
and it's
series.
Great. It's really incredible.
I don't think he ever calls himself One Punch Man.
No, he hasn't. In fact, like, what was it, like when they were trying to come up with a superhero name for him, he calls himself like Bald Cape or something, or the Caped Baldy or some shit like that.
Which we haven't described how the main character looks. He looks like a dipshit. He's got like fucking mudding boots.
Yeah, he has he has like
the deep mudding boots, but they're pinkish red.
Yeah, they're like a burgundy.
I saw it on Bob's TV.
Yeah,
I have no fucking clue what color things are.
It's like a deep red. He has like deep red gloves, which honestly, they look like they could be fucking gloves that you wear while you're washing dishes.
Yep.
He's wearing like a shitty yellow jumpsuit and like the shittiest looking cape you've ever seen.
Where you can see the buttons that attach it to the fucking shirt part.
He looks a lot like Saiyan Man without a mask.
Oh, dude, Saiyaman looked way more dignified than that.
He had the cape-wise, at least.
Look,
like, that's the same sort of, like, ghetto button cape thing.
Okay, Saiyaman is the middle point between Spider-Man from the Sam Raimi films and Saitama. So it's still a good distance from Saitama levels of what a fucking idiot.
Yeah, because this guy really looks like, I mean, we could throw this outfit together in like 20 minutes with $30.
He has a pretty fancy belt, though.
Okay, he has a nice belt.
He got fucking dirt in it in one episode. He's like, somebody's like, we're gonna, and then he's like, 1 sec, let me just shake this dirt. It's really stuck in there.
Yeah. But yeah, like he's completely bald, has the most retarded look on his face. He looks stoned in half the fucking.
Yeah, he's
like,
more he's more there than the initial D main character, but he's not that far removed.
Like when he does the one punch, it usually goes to like some ridiculous like detailed drawing where he looks super serious.
Super
that is the only moment he does it.
It's incredible.
Just just the visuals of this series. And I guess now we can jump into the animation.
Go ahead. Yeah,
the animation in this is fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, it's really good.
I told you before this, I was reading an article on Anime News Network where like apparently a lot of people thought like maybe they had like additional investors, like, you know, sponsorships to help bolster the budget for the series. And the director came out and said, no, we're working with a standard budget. It's just the people we have are very talented and passionate about the project. It's just people doing their damn job really damn well. And see, like, this is what
Madhouse seems to get pretty well often.
Like, you know, and that's the thing, though. Like, a lot of people seem to, like, you know, think, like, budget means everything. And, like, no, like, you can have a really low budget or a moderate budget and make a fantastic looking series. It's just how you present it. Like, because you can, if you pay really close attention to One Punch Man, you can see where they're cutting some corners, but they do it in the places where it matters the absolute least. So, like, they get to, like, save up, like, some money for, like, the really cool sequences, you know.
Right.
And honestly, there aren't that many frames whenever, like, the characters are doing these crazy flips and maneuvers, but it's so stylized that it doesn't really matter.
Right. Yeah, and it looks right.
I saw a Kotaku article, like, oh, man, the anime looks so much worse than the manga. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Are you on this fucking acid?
Like, the manga looks great. It really does. The anime still looks really nice. Like, yeah, it's...
like I mean, I've never seen like the manga, but like as far as the anime goes, that anime is like, I mean, it's Gainax tier shit. This is like Gurren Lagann Kill la Kill tier animation and fight sequences, or like, you know, Premium Bones, you know, level stuff.
Right. The fighting the underground monsters is still just that scene was probably one of the coolest.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's just, you know, the series is fantastic, and plus, everything about it is, like, the visuals, because it's not just, like, oh, the animation looks really cool. Like, you know, the framing of shots, just, you know, it has a great atmosphere to it. They know how to, like, they know how to frame a shot. They know how to pace a scene. They know how to light a scene. They get the right kind of atmosphere. They know how to do, like, a really serious atmosphere and then completely kill that atmosphere for a fantastic joke.
And that ability to do that is entirely what makes this a great anime.
Yeah, like, just everything beat for beat. They just nail the fuck out of it.
And like, the crazy thing is, like, you watch an episode, and the pacing is you never feel like, get to the villain.
Yeah,
get to the blank, which you can watch a lot of animes and just be like, fucking do the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And this anime really doesn't, like, you know, the only time it ever does that, you could say, is when they're going into the big elaborate monologues for villain backstories or character backstories.
One, that's a good setup to a joke, and two, and more importantly, those are really well written, interesting backstories for these fuckers.
Yeah, like seriously, like when
they usually can spit them out like in under 2 minutes. Let's be honest,
right? Yeah, because like you're sitting there watching, and like they give you visuals. It's not like the characters are sitting. Actually, I take it back. When Genos is giving his backstory, like it's just a lot of him just sitting there talking, and it's just him going through, and it'll like cut outside to a scene of like a beetle or some shit.
Well, see, the beetle was a visual metaphor.
Yeah, it is this great visual for just how fucking boring and dry his monologue and exposition is.
That's how beautiful this is. That beetle was a metaphor for him because the beetle's on its back, unable to move, just dying. And then when he talks about his spirit to live and how he will keep fighting on, it shows it has successfully flipped itself over and it's walking away. And you're just like, God.
yeah. There's just great visual metaphors throughout. And it's just, like everything about it's fantastic. Like the guy who is directing this really has an eye for visuals, an eye for atmosphere, knows how to really pace a scene, knows how to really frame a scene. And he knows how to, use his animators appropriately and get the best work out of them.
Yeah.
And that is a talent that I feel like not enough studios have. Like this is the difference between like fucking Toei and fucking Madhouse or Bones. You know, like that is like
I was
the
actually
difference.
just thinking of there's a Bones series this season that's going that has the problem of there's something wrong with direction in it.
Yeah.
What is
Cool.
I'm trying to
maybe we'll review it sometime.
Maybe I don't. That will mean I have to watch another couple episodes. And oh my god, the pacing is so bad.
We might have to review a bad anime.
Oh no! Not again.
But we haven't done that.
I just thumbed through our fucking podcast.
Oh, don't do that. Don't bring up old podcasts. Those are
Go
bad
My
memories,
Girl
Dan.
Graffiti.
Yeah, that
Cute
was...
High Earth Defense Club Love.
Yeah, that was shit.
Oh right, it's not on Crunchyroll.
Oh, Assassination Classroom was good.
Yeah, Assassination.
Yeah.
I was just looking at Saikano and I'm like,
Okay, I would say
that?
Assassination Classroom is easily recommendable as well. But
Yes, it is, but it isn't as good as this.
No.
Like,
True.
that is good, but
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
A, man. This is like triple A class tier anime, right?
Yeah.
This is a top level danger anime.
Yeah. God damn it.
Look, Akame ga Kill said the best thing in the whole series in the first episode. It's not my fault that after that it went to shit.
Good point. You got me there. God damn it. Ugh, that fucking anime was terrible.
So that anime is another bad one.
Yeah.
That way we're reviewed.
So yeah,
let's talk about the intro. Intro and outro. I don't love them.
yeah,
I feel like those are probably, weirdly enough, the weakest part of this anime.
I like the outro just because it's always such a like dramatic shift in tone.
Yeah.
Like it's just this super calm song.
For some reason, the vocals, not the instrumentation, but the vocals of the outro makes me think Yu Yu Hakusho. Something about...
I can totally agree with that.
Okay.
And because it kind of reminds me of kind of like Sayonara Bye Bye, where it's just like that this really chill outro. And honestly, I find it kind of funny just because like you had this ridiculous, because the episodes always end on some fucking joke.
Yeah.
And it's always really lighthearted, and then it's just kind of juxtaposed with this really chill, relaxed outro after all the craziness you just had. So it's just like, whew. You know, I don't know. Like the outro is kind of like the cigarette after some great sex.
Yes, it is that.
So it's just like, okay, I need this to kind of chill the fuck out and just, whew. The intro, honestly, I do dig the intro just because it is schlocky, almost like 70s or 80s in anime intro, where it's like, because I mean, it's constantly yelling hero in the intro. Like, it almost reminds me of fucking Hokuto no Ken in terms of like, it's, you are shocked. It's just, it's that level of shonen camp theme song.
Just showy even.
I mean, like the animation and stuff for the intro, what it's going for, the style and everything is clearly like, I'm just a normal shonen anime.
Yeah.
Just normal shonen anime coming right through. Let's talk about my punches.
Oh yeah,
that's me.
And they like show all those villains that show up for maybe one episode before they die.
Yeah.
They make them look like they're going to be real characters.
No joke, when it showed the ending thing and it's like, here's all this stuff, I looked at every one of those characters and I'm like, there are no other important characters in this series, are there?
Right.
And that was pretty accurate till Genos shows up.
Right.
And even then, you're still just like...
Yeah, but
he's not the focus, per se.
Yeah,
so.
He is the Robin to Saitama's Batman.
If even.
Yeah.
Like,
at this point, he might be like... Shit, I don't even know. Like what's a shit? He's the Speedy. He's the Red Arrow.
There you go.
He's on heroin.
Well, what did you think about the intro, Bob?
I mean, yeah, it's over the top and just silly, and I kind of enjoy it for that. But it's not like great.
Yeah, it's been a little rough.
I think it's just there is another joke.
Yeah, the only thing I think that really kind of elevates it at all is the very last scene where after doing all the epic shonen shit. It's just him with his fist up in the air carrying a bag of groceries.
Yep.
And that, I think, captures the tone of the series where it's epic bullshit action and then mundane, day-to-day, slice-of-life bullshit.
Yeah, and I can sort of see how that was aiming for that, but like I don't feel for me it delivers on the tone of the series at all. It really is just, I'm a normal shonen series. And nothing about the art style or animation of the intro really makes me go, fucking A, this was incredible. And the music isn't super catchy to me, so yeah, I feel like the intro is the weakest part. I do like the outro.
Yeah.
Speaking
of the music overall, the score really didn't stand out to me.
No, I was going to say the sound design of this whole series is kind of the worst part.
Yeah, that's like the one thing where I can say like the score at very least. Like, I mean, like everything's mixed well. Like, you know, like atmospheric parts have good atmosphere. Mm-hmm. You know, like the music, I guess, you know, works for the scenes because at no point did I ever go like, oh, this is
what the
jarring
fuck's with this theme? Like you do in Excel Saga because they have to use this theme because they have no other.
Right, and it's just, you know, no theme felt out of place. But
that's right. You can take a sip of beer. I've brought up Excel Saga yet again.
Yeah.
So the WeeaBoots drinking game needs to be a thing. I feel like
we'll set some rules for that. Like every time we bring up like Daz or Nichijou or Naruma Daikon Brothers.
Oh God, we're gonna kill them.
Fuck them. Who cares? Oh wait, no, you do because this is on your channel. And you get ad revenue. Never mind.
Actually,
don't drink yourself to death.
You too, ad revenue. Haha, good joke. In any case,
God.
But yeah, fucking. In case we didn't make this clear before, this is on iTunes and you can listen to it as a podcast if you aren't already.
Yeah,
it's a lot more convenient than just waiting for a YouTube video to go up on a channel that uploads a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, this is a fact.
It is a fact.
So yeah,
Truth bomb.
Anything else we need to say?
Bob?
I don't know. I mean, I can't think of anything else. The music definitely didn't stand out to me. Maybe after watching more, it will
might become a little
like
bit more
maybe
memorable.
Yeah, maybe if they keep reusing themes enough, they'll become like Excel Saga. Like, oh, it's this theme.
Oh yeah, great. But yeah, like I said,
it
just doesn't. It doesn't stand out. It's like it's like I don't know. It's like a mediocre ketchup on like a fantastic burger.
Yeah,
like kinda. It's just. You know, it's not that important.
It's not so bad it stands out, but it's so not incredible that it stands out.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what I was sitting there. I was like, man, it's too bad that this isn't like incredibly crazy good music, but oh well.
You know, not everything could be a 10.
I mean, look at the intro.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. One Punch Man. So Dan, would you recommend One Punch?
I'm going to go ahead and assume just yes. Yes, I would recommend this to basically everyone. Bob?
Yeah, definitely.
And Jay from HailZeon.
Most definitely. It was fantastic. I would definitely say it's easily, as you said before, it's the most, easy to get into anime. You can pretty much recommend it to anyone.
Yeah.
I still say, oddly enough, because I'm partial to Barakamon and it hits that niche, it hits a very specific niche for me.
Yeah.
That I think is going to still be my favorite for quite a while.
Yeah.
But Dan, god damn it, man! If I get One Punch Man,
I feel like
that's my number 2 so far.
Yeah, I feel like Barakamon and One Punch Man are like the two animes with the GigaBoots or WeeaBoots gold seal of approval.
Yeah.
Just because those are fucking good animes.
Yeah, damn! Like Funimation, get me that damn Barakamon dub. I need that shit.
Has anyone picked up Barakamon?
Oh, yeah, Funimation did.
Yeah, they were the ones streaming it.
Yeah, it's just, it's Funimation, so it's going to take a while because they weren't doing
fucking
it
a year ago. You think I remember that shit?
No, clearly not.
Clearly not. Fucking A. We watched this on Daisuke.
Yeah.
You can watch this on daisuke.net if you want.
Yeah. I guess we'll put a link in the description if you watch this on YouTube. No,
daisuke.net. Go look for
go
One
find it
Punch.
yourself.
Yeah.
Go eat a dick.
Yeah, fuck you. Lazy shit.
Now they're probably just going to torrent it, right?
Shh. Go buy our WeeaBoots t-shirt. You unpaying fucks. Torrent this anime, but buy our t-shirt.
Wow. Good call, Dan.
Yep. Flies away. But yeah, next episode we're going to review Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans.
Yes, that is a thing. We're going to be talking about some
Iron
Gundam.
Orphans. Okay.
I am Bloody Iron Orphans. I hear that's everywhere. Is that everywhere?
Yes, that is on anything that streams anime.
Real tough to get out. Use bleach. Scrub thoroughly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some other series that I've been meaning to watch that Netflix has actually just put the whole season out.
Oh, that's the Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I've not seen anything of it yet.
Okay, so after the next episode, which is going to be Gundam, we'll review that one. So hopefully episode... This is 14, next one's 15. 16 will be Seven Deadly Sins.
Okay, yeah, I could agree to that. And hopefully this new Gundam is as good as it looks. Because it looks pretty damn good.
I haven't seen shit.
Oh,
That's the best way to go into Gundam.
Not
because it might be seed if you don't. If you look at it first.
Check this shit out. Are you ready? The Gundam for me is gonna go Wing, G Gundam, this Gundam. So he has a high fucking bar to hit for me because I just heard the other Gundams were bad and went, okay, I won't watch it.
Yeah, this will honestly be the first one I watched a lot of. And
Wing really didn't age well.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I'm not saying like Wing is a fucking high bar. No, I'm just saying G was after that for me. G is fucking incredible.
Yeah, G is like the least Gundam.
G goes off the fucking cliff of crazy. What if Fist of the North Star, Street Fighter, and politics were fused into a Gundam anime? And it's like, okay, cool. What's your final boss? We all need a final boss. What if it's a space evil organism mech girlfriend? What? Fuck.
Fucking mecha space Satan.
Basic. Yeah. So, high bar for this. How about this? The last Gundam I watched was Gundam Warriors 3.
Thanks for listening to this episode of WeeaBoots. Go check out our video game coverage over at GigaBoots on YouTube and consider supporting us via Patreon so we can continue making WeeaBoots. Jay from HailZeon.com is HailZeon on YouTube, and our theme song is Android by Luckhash. You can check out more music from Luckhash at www.luckhash.com. Oh, and if you could, write a review for us on iTunes.
GigaBoots has been brought to you by our glorious producers, Vincent Poverk, Cywolf, and Gary Owen via our Patreon. Consider becoming a GigaBoots patron today.